Well, it is the most talked about movie of the year for all the wrong reasons. And now Snow White's opening weekend box office numbers are in.
Let's get some more. Here's our entertainment editor, Peter Ford. Hey, Pete, how did it go?
Well, it is not the fairest of them all, I'm afraid to say. It has pretty much bombed. Snow White has bombed. It got dubbed Snow Woke a long time ago, so the bad vibes were really there all along. I mean, 2 years ago, we got the first picture of the supposed dwarves, who were not allowed to call dwarves. They're never referred to as dwarves in the movie itself. We got that photograph, and that's when it all started. People thought, why are you messing with this classic? And it is a classic. I mean, Snow White, the animated feature, was the first ever animated feature for Disney, going way back in time, and it really set Disney up. And now if you're going to go back and revisit that, you've got to get it right, and they didn't. They just seemed to be so obsessed about changing the tone of the movie. Now, having said that, I do know some kids, or friends of mine, whose kids went to see it at the weekend, and they raved about it. They loved it. They took it for what it was. So maybe we're going in having seen that classic movie when we were kids, and we're being disappointed or even angered by it. It also was not helped by the fact that Rachel Zegler has been very outspoken on a number of different issues, even the movie itself. There she is, she gets onto her social media, as younger people tend to do, and she vents. And she talked about this movie as really a movie about a stalker. And you think, oh no, it's not, you know, please don't say that. And Disney tried to kind of close her down a bit. Then she got onto the Donald Trump bandwagon and she wished harm on anybody who voted for Donald Trump. So these are not creating good vibes for a movie. So it took in $43 million at the American box office. That's less than Dumbo got a couple of years ago, and Dumbo was considered a major flop. It took about $46 million internationally in the 51 countries that it opened in. So, yeah, not good for Snow White.
Pete, but I'm looking at there, and there looks like there is Grumpy and Sleepy and Doc, and
yeah, but they didn't employ smaller statute actors to do it. They had other actors, and then they kind of layered the CGI over the top. Yeah. And the reason why that makes some people angry, even though people like Peter Dinklage spoke out against the movie being made, of course there are other terrific short-statured actors, or dwarves, as some people don't mind being referred to. Warwick Davis is a great example. But, you know, so all these things just created a bad vibe before it even opened.
Right. A save the date is out for what could be the most lavish wedding we'll ever see.
Yeah, wouldn't we love to get one of these in our post box? What I don't think we'll.
What, you didn't?
No, I didn't.
We'll miss that.
What would you like to know?
Well, I'd like to know the time and the date, and also the gift registry, because this is Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. They've been engaged now for, I think it's about 2 years, wedding to take place in Venice mid-year. You know, I joked about that wedding registry, but boy, what do you give people like that?
An Amazon voucher.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it'll be fascinating to see how it plays out. There was a misstep, you might recall, last December. The word went around he was getting married in Colorado last December. That didn't happen. This time, it absolutely is happening, and hopefully we'll get to see and share it, because those wedding planners, they won't have to go and double-check, oh, can you afford to have a six-piece band? You know, it's just, there is no budget, basically.
I want to see his Giga yacht trying to get into the Grand Canal.
Yeah, exactly.
Gwyneth Paltrow has been accused of mocking Duchess Meghan again.
Yes, so this has happened. I think we're having Montecito wars here, because Gwyneth has taken to her social media and has basically, it's being said she's sending up Meghan. Now, I don't know if she necessarily is, but there are similarities. She's in his kitchen, she's cooking with the eggs, doing all that. Here is Gwyneth Paltrow supposedly sending up Meghan Markle. Oh, so we're not, you can see it there, the overlay. She cooks it up, and now Meghan herself has gone onto her social media in the last 2 hours, and she's posted up another making breakfast video. This is the one she's just posted up in the last couple of hours. She's not saying that she's answering back to Gwyneth, but it's looking very odd. I guess it's good publicity for both of them.
Gwyneth has done that cooking in a kitchen thing for ages. That doesn't look like anything different to what she would normally do.
I guess it's the timing of it.
You know,
you got to eat, Pete.
You got to eat, exactly.
A Goop founder's got to eat.
Yeah, but it's more fun if we say it's a war.
So is it every celebrity now does a cooking video? They're going to be sending up Meghan. Okay.
They're sending up Meghan.
We're out of here. Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.